Hey, we're finally here. It's only quarter after. I got flack for setting the time for quarter after yesterday, and today I set it for 7, and I should have set it for quarter after. But no, I appreciate all your lynching in the comments for Doug. We'll have to find a tree to string them up by later on, but we'll do that after the show. All right, without any further ado, we got the Deke, Whiskey Deke, and none other than Single Malt Frontier's Doug.
Hello.
This is supposed to be the nerdy episode. So it's just funny that the nerdy episode starts off with tech difficulties.
Yeah, you know what's funny? And I'll own up to it completely. I mean, I would say my fault. I'm the reason for the delay, but I don't think it's my fault that my computer was completely frozen. But somehow being a tech person makes you a magnet for computer glitches.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So maybe there is a component of it that is my fault somehow, but
yeah, we'll go with it. All right, get your samples in your glasses. Ryan, I think you already did.
Yep.
They should be good and aired out by now.
I haven't opened the box yet. Because someone's going to accuse me of cheating.
This box right here took its sweet ass time going across the country. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, the first one got to me snappy, and then I carried it across the country.
Yeah,
twice.
Right.
And this one,
that one got held up in Minneapolis somehow.
All right, so today's January 21st, according to the inside of the box.
Yes. For everybody watching, it is January 21st. We have gone back in time.
January was long enough as it was.
Yeah. Yes,
oh, yeah.
All right. While you're fidgeting with your box there, let me go through a quick roll call. There's a lot of people, a lot of chat anyways. We got the Whiskey Addict Mike, first comment in, as usual. Thank you, sir. Smoked by Ash Joe, asking what everybody's drinking. We got a Rangers Respite in here. Last night's winner, Phil. Congratulations. Whiskey Franco's in the house.
Spoilers.
Hey, it's your fault you didn't watch it.
I would never blame something on my son.
We got Off Topic Whiskey here. Randall. Guys, go follow Off Topic Whiskey. Used to be the Whiskey Shaman. Now he's Off Topic. Brother Germ is here. Mama Germ is here. Thank you, guys. Donut Fisher is here. Asking what time it is. It's late, Donut Fisher. Three Guys, One Grain is here. If you guys haven't, go follow Three Guys, One Grain.
Now I wonder who that is, because it's not me.
Patty is here. Hiya, Patty. Spicy Strawberry is here. I don't remember if I said that before. Tipsy Teeny is here. She's making some kind of raspberry syrup for cocktails tomorrow night. Or I mean,
for you all, do you usually do a warm-up dram as part of your Blind Sample Showdown? That's a question for y'all and the chat.
Yes. Always a warm-up dram. I've had 3 warm-up drams. Right.
Yeah, you've been waiting.
One for every 5 minutes we're late. No, I always do warm-ups, although I usually try to stick to Irish, and like I literally don't have any Irish in my house right now, other than the Red Rest PX, which is I'm trying to save that as long as possible.
I'm thinking that one might not be the best warm-up pour either.
Exactly.
There's a lot of flavor in that PX.
Yeah.
All these whiskeys are fairly pale.
Are they? Donut Fisher.
I get my eyes checked too.
I am a Blackhawks fan. No other Chicago teams. Caesar is here. Oh, Patty, you don't know what fibs is?
My palate was really off a few nights ago, so I am going to test my warm-up dram. Okay, we're back. I think we're back.
It's an acronym for Illinois people that come to Wisconsin.
Friendly Illinois brothers.
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Fine Irish boys, that's another good one. I heard you just say you're back. You were having a bad palate day the other day. Does that seem to have corrected itself?
Yeah, definitely seems normal today.
Okay.
So no excuses.
So there's been some talk in the Single Malt Frontier Discord about them. Are we releasing the information as teasers?
We could if you want to. Like how committed do you feel at the moment?
I like one of them. The other three I could totally do without. Like if the one wasn't there, I would probably opt to not have one.
I kind of agree with you. I wonder if we're thinking the same one.
I think you like the port one.
Yeah.
I do not.
Okay, interesting.
I think 45 is better.
Well, I do have to taste them again on a palate that isn't compromised, so we'll see.
Yeah, and I've gone through all four of them at different days and then come back and gone through them again and water and stuff, and I still have some left, so I'm not dead set on that yet, but so far 45 has been the winner for me every time.
Yeah, it's an interesting thing where like sometimes you pick a brand because it's interesting, but then you have to take a big step back and say, what's the actual best whiskey?
Right. I remember the first time I went and did barrel pick would have been Good Cop, Bad Cop. And Zach, the owner of Richards, we got there, and in the parking lot, he says, now, we do not have to pick one. If we don't like any of them, walk away. You don't like them. It's not a big deal. There's more whiskey. There's more times to pick. You don't have to do this. If you don't exceptionally like one of the barrels, there's no reason that you have to take one. And then we ended up liking two of them. So,
yeah. And you guys know about my pick style. I usually tend to go for things that are unusual, unique, interesting, because there's a million picks that are just, yeah, this is good whiskey, but there's also a million flagship products that are just, this is good whiskey, right? So I feel like if you're going to do a pick, make a statement.
Right. Wow, spicy. Really? So for those that don't know, I suppose we can let the cat out the bag the rest of the way. Three Guys, One Grain is entertaining the idea of doing a single barrel of an American single malt from a distillery in Louisiana. And it is not made from rice.
It is, in fact, made from 100% malted barley.
Right. I teased it a little while ago on one of the shows, and everybody wanted to know if it was JT Millick. I'm like, what kind of sense does that even make?
Nope, not that one. But if you want more hints before we let the cat out of the bag, it's someone who's been on my show.
Ah, yes. Yes. What in the hell is going on? I have strange noises in my house tonight. Lots of banging and weird things.
My ghosts were in the machine. I don't know what to make of number one.
Yeah, what kind of notes you getting on number one? Deke's like, oh wait, we're supposed to start?
Oh yeah, sorry. I just, what else are we gonna do sitting here? I got 3 glasses of whiskey.
Say, I've got most of mine gone. I can't tell. The proof is really throwing me on this one.
Yeah, completely agree. Just from my calibration dram, I know it's not 80%. I know it's not 40% alcohol.
Yeah,
it's higher than that. But
out of curiosity, and this question I'm asking you two because you're going to answer me by voice, but it can be for the chat as well. How many bottles of the 565 that are on that list do you think are 40% or 80 proof? I mean, just to throw out a guess.
Yeah,
I don't actually know the answer. So
knowing the type of people we are, the type of person I think you are with your collection, I would say pretty low. 40%?
Yeah.
Pretty like 40% would be like a couple of flagship scotches and a couple of flagship bourbons, probably. Right? I would say significantly less than 10%.
That's probably
less than 10%. I would say
Yeah.
less than 5%.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking like counting on two hands.
I think it's probably safe to say somewhere between 10 and 20 or less.
Yeah,
of all your bottles.
That's probably a pretty good guess. I know there's a few OB scotches that are at the floor.
Yeah, like the Glenlivet 12.
There is still a lot of them that are 43. So
yeah, there's
right.
a lot of
I don't know
43, 46.
I'm always surprised that Glenfiddich is 40%. I always think it's 43%, and then I look at the bottle and I'm surprised that it's 40%.
Which one?
Glenfiddich 12.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I gather that is somewhat. Is it the UK market version or is it the US market version? And I don't think they're necessarily consistent which one's higher.
Who's Mallory?
Yeah, so I'm getting like
funny.
a gentle, like slightly hot toddy vibes, like a little gentle clove, maybe a little cinnamon.
Definite clove.
Like maybe a little like I said, hot toddy vibes, like maybe a little lemon.
That's an interesting note.
Palate's got a little candy.
Citrus, yeah. It's sweeter than the nose would let on.
Yeah. This is not one that immediately screamed to me bourbon. So just to throw that out from last time where I convinced myself it wasn't bourbon. Like this one never made me think it was bourbon, but I'm not sure. Could be like it feels like slow aging climate, northern US or Canada maybe, or Ireland.
Donna Fisher, I know the struggle. That's why I was laughing at that, because I've done the same thing. I don't know how many times. Finally, you get to the third or fourth time and it's still wrong. You're like, just never mind.
Man, I have no idea on this one. I should adopt Phil's goal to make 0 points across the board.
Honestly,
he didn't have a chance to get his goal last night.
This almost feels like something I got last season. But I think it's a little proofier than that. Otherwise, I would be guessing that.
I couldn't tell you what you had last season. Except in the final. I know what you had in the final.
Yeah, the fucking Christmas thing.
Well, Doug said like hot toddy notes, so like lemon and water. I don't know how about.
Yeah, it feels watery to me.
Yeah.
Not to knock on a whiskey. I don't know what it is, but it feels a bit watery to me. Just not like the floor of proof, but something lowish, I think. But category, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's not Scotch. And that's about all I got. Or if it is Scotch, it's like a blended malt. It's like a blended Scotch, maybe a Johnny Walker or something. But I'm not lining up Johnny Walker with this flavor profile. Phil's gone. I mean, Germ's gone. I was just looking at Phil's comment.
I hit the wrong button. I muted my mic so I could cough, and then I meant to hit the mute button again to unmute, and I hit the wrong one.
You coughed your way out of the stream.
Yeah, right out the stream.
Man, what?
How are we doing on guesses?
Well, Doug just made me second guess everything when he said he thought it was low proof. So
he is playing psychological warfare. He tries
Apparently.
to freeze the kicker in the beginning.
What? Man, if I wasn't so stressed out about my computer being broken an hour ago, it took a long time to fix. I had to do computer surgery. I would have made a joke about cheating before I joined the stream somehow. With the sealed box and everything. It's like a magic trick, right? It's like getting yourself out of the straitjacket.
There you go.
Well, I've only lost
inside
once,
the fish tank.
and it was already to one of the 3 guys, 1 grain. So calling collusion already.
You're up against, well, we weren't the 3 guys 1 grain back then, but now you're up against the host is one of them and your opponent is the other. Germ is very good about not cheating and not letting anything on. I'm actually really impressed that, like, you know, it's incredibly difficult to know what you have and complete poker face.
Well, and how many people have bottle shot things and keeping full straight face through all of it? It's
well,
really good.
Just the final last year. I don't know how I held my face together when Randall said it tastes like Christmas in a glass right off the bat. Like,
he's good at tasting notes. Man.
So, as per usual, I drink something for my wonderful guests. So tonight, for Whiskey Deek, I'm drinking a Great Northern single barrel, picked by a store that is near his house. And this is Driving Miss Maple, and the spelling is important. So this is the Great Northern Rye, finished in a maple syrup barrel. Picked by a store called Nemeth. It is not something like, had I tried it before I bought it, I would have probably bought it. But I've gone back to it a few times, and it's not horrible. But tonight, for whatever reason, it is hitting the spot. It is maple candy, chocolate, lemon. It's really, really nice tonight.
So Germ, I'm pretty sure those maple syrup barrels had previously held that Dapper pick that they did that I was telling you about. And the maple syrup that they sell that was aged in the Great Northern barrels is the best maple syrup I've ever had.
There you go.
I don't know if they still sell it. It's been almost a year since I've probably been to that store because I live a lot further away now. It used to be like 3 blocks from my house.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm
I'm
wondering if I detect a finish.
Changing them now.
All right. How we doing on guesses? We're in about 20 minutes. Donald Rance, good to see you, sir.
Quite honestly, I have nothing. Really could just go for the guesses that'll guarantee me 0 points.
Yeah, I'm not generally a huge fan of maple syrup finished whiskeys. I don't know why. Time out for spicy.
definitely no creme brulee on this one for me.
What are you getting? I don't know if you said tasting notes yet.
It's definitely got the clove. I agree with you on like maybe not lemon, but definitely citrus. I don't know. I can't tell if it's like the clove that's given me the appearance of proof or not, but I'm not getting a whole lot else. Just like some general sweetness, a little bit of citrus, and some like clovey kind of spice.
So I had to check my calibration dram because this one felt so nothing to me that I was like, oh no. Like there's not a lot here. And it's hard to work with that. Like I don't think it's rye. I don't think it's malt. It could be a young new cask, but
a couple, Phil.
yeah, I went to Irish because there's a couple of Irish whiskeys that might kind of be this flavor profile, but I don't think what Germ has fits.
I think he has some Irish rye in there somewhere. At least he used to, I thought.
Yeah, there's a couple of Japanese that are under the oddities list.
Yeah, they fall into the oddities because there's only one or two of them. Same with, you know, like M&H, the why can't I think of what country that's from? Israeli. Some of the Canadians and stuff like that. It's just because there's only a few of them, so I don't break out a whole category for them.
All right, so I'm fairly
hashtag
certain this
corn
is not
sucks.
any of the Kentucky bourbons. Like I'm not ruling out bourbon entirely, but I feel like it would have to be from a cold place. I'm getting a little funky note on it now. I'm gonna put a little more in the glass. Surprisingly difficult to read a whiskey like this.
Do you like it? Let's go there.
It's not bad, but it's not exciting. That makes it a 5 out of 10.
It's okay. I'd drink it if somebody gave it to me, like now.
Yeah, Floki with whiskey. Sheepdog.
It,
Just don't think about what's at the bottom of your peat bog, though.
So I've got my answers down. I'm done second guessing.
Right, Ryan's ready. Deke is ready. Number one, Russell. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Appreciate you.
It could be mellow corn. I've never had mellow corn.
It's definitely not metal corn. I will tell you that. Right. Is that on the list even?
I'll give you this hint. No, I don't own a bottle of mellow corn.
Okay.
Corn sucks.
But it's good for what it is. So they say. Oh.
I've got a bottle of that when I first got into whiskey like 6 years ago, and I still have probably at least half of it left. If not 2/3.
No, we don't need to fix that, Phil.
Like I would say it makes a decent mixer, but at 100 proof, but it really doesn't because it just disappears in a cocktail. Like you need like a nice high proof bourbon or rye to shine through the other ingredients.
Tone it, Fisher. I appreciate a good dad joke. All right, Douglas.
Yeah, I've got some random guesses in.
You got them down. You're good. You ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Well, we're gonna start with Deke, so you got a minute or two here to jot them in.
All right. I did say it's a rye. Proof, I went 54. New casking. I just said straight rye. 54.4 for specific. And then also new casking still, obviously. Although I don't know if my guess is technically all new casking. But I guessed MGP for the distillery, and then I went with the Dancing Goat Limousine Rye. I don't know if the Limousine Rye is new oak or if that's considered a finish, but
okay. Yes, that is all new because the limousine staves are new charred.
okay.
Limousine staves.
I have no idea what's going on in chat right now.
We never know what's going on in the chat. All right, Doug, what do you got?
I'm saying blended for generic category. 45% generic ABV. Used. Generic casking used.
Mm-hmm.
Specific Canadian blended whiskey. Which I have a question in the back of my head, like, how do you classify on like the American / Scotch spectrum a Canadian blended whiskey? Would it be the dominant grain?
So
because I would say either Canadian blended whiskey if we use Scotch rules or Canadian rye.
Well, so I use for our categories here on the show, I use the TTB categories. So
Okay.
Canadian blended Canadian whiskey is Canadian whiskey, as they make it and blend it together.
Right. So does TTB call all Canadian whiskey blended Canadian whiskey, or
no? Because there is straight rye from Canada yet.
Okay.
So
I'll stick with Canadian blended whiskey.
Got it. Proof?
Specific proof, 43% ABV.
Playing the game. Specific casking.
Remind me what we do for specific casking. We're looking for like what type of thing it held before.
Yes. What was
okay.
the used barrel?
Ex-bourbon.
Distillery bottle.
I'm saying Crown Royal Noble Collection Barley Edition. Just to pull something off your list, because my philosophy
has ended up in the show at least twice, and it went to the same person both times.
I was one of those people matched up against Marshall.
And you said this might be something you've had before.
I thought it might have been the dad's hat.
Okay.
Because I had that last season.
All right. Move on into sample number 2.
I like this a lot better.
Oh, yeah.
So quick, half an hour in.
Half hour in, first sample finally done.
Okay, little funkiness here. Definitely by comparison, a little funky. Could be malt, could be an Irish whiskey.
Could be a lot of things.
Doesn't seem smoky.
Could be trying to throw me off is what you're doing.
I'm just saying things. There's no strategy.
We should combine 2 and 3, like blend, mix them together in the same glass.
Do that at the end.
He meant combine the samples so that we finish faster.
Oh. This feels familiar.
Speaking of familiar, I'm moving on to my second pour. For Douglas, it happens to be his
Yay.
McCarthy's. Still one of the best whiskeys I've had. Absolutely love it. There may still be a few stragglers left behind to purchase. I'm not
There
sure.
are 10 or fewer.
10 or fewer. You hear that? 10 or fewer. So if you haven't had it, it is worth having if you are a fan of peated single malt whiskey. It is outstanding.
And I will say, as always, that its price is a steal for what you get. Maybe not a steal, but a good deal for sure.
Question for you, Deke.
So I'm kind of near Green Bay, Northeast Wisconsin. About 2.5 hours from Germ. He's way the fuck up there.
I'm assuming we can confirm it's fantastic about the McCarthy's.
Patrick wants to be the person who kills off the last bottle from the order. I don't know if I can promise that to you.
Patrick, just order all 10.
Yeah.
Then you insure it.
Just max out the quantity on your order form. That's pretty much how we're figuring it out. 4 bottles left, Ethan? Is my 10 out of date? Ethan's been watching how many are left for me.
Where are we watching this? What just
so,
on Big Thirst or what?
Yeah, so if you go to the link to order the thing, which you can find on my link in bio on my Patreon, there's a specific link to the hrdspirits.com/shop/whatever it was for our barrel pick. And if you go order from there, you can, you select the quantity. It won't let you choose a quantity that's more than what they have left.
One of the mods want to drop that link.
Yeah, do you want me to send you the link? I can go grab it.
I'm sure one of these guys can find it. We don't want to stress your computer out too much.
It should be good now.
I almost get peach on this.
Ooh.
Like peach skin. And I don't think I have gotten that note so clearly on a whiskey before, so I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Yes, sample 2, Mike. As per the little icon in the upper, I believe it's the right corner, upper right corner. I always get confused as to which side things are on because I'm looking at it backwards. Yeah, so did I, Mike.
I'm not sure if you guys can see that because it probably just went to my YouTube, but there's a link.
I think everybody can see it. No, that went to your channel only. And I can't copy it. Can I? Copy text? No, I can't.
I tried copying and pasting and it said it wouldn't let me.
Ah, there you go, Doug.
I emailed it to you.
Yes, that's much better.
Yeah. So it turned, yeah. People who know where to look know where to get it. And actually, in retrospect, I think I made it a little too hard to find the exact link because we were trying to make it exclusive to the Whiskey Lodge initially.
All right, so I just posted that link in the chat. That is the link to go get this barrel pick. There is not very many left. Let's sell it out today, guys. And I'm not BSing. It is a really, really fantastic whiskey.
How much does the rum show up on it?
A lot.
Yeah, more than you would expect, considering if you've had the Casa Magdalena rum, which is not a particularly characterful rum, all the good parts come through in the McCarthy's. Almost 7 years in a rum cask.
Wow.
All right. How you guys doing on this one? Guesses, tasting notes. What do you got?
Just funk and peach skin.
Just funkin' peach skin.
Yeah, a little funk, little stone fruit, little feels like Scotch style malt funk. There's a tiny part of me that thinks this might be something like oak and grist or like one of those sort of Scotch like American single malts. But it's not high proof enough to be a Lost Lantern.
No, definitely not.
I'm trying to see. I don't drink a whole lot of Scotch lately anymore for maybe the last 2 years or so. So I'm kind of just going down your list of Scotch and seeing if any of these rings a bell. I appreciate a man who likes to stick to his favorites. You got a long list of Scotch, but there's only maybe like 15 brands here. Besides the SMWS.
15 brands. There's got to be more than 15 brands.
Okay, maybe like less than 30. All the Islas blend together. You got lots of Lafroigs and Lagavulins right next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, that I do have. I will say that. I have one shelf just for Isla.
This doesn't have enough smoke to be Johnny Walker Green Label.
Yes, Mark, it is the only one I have. A lot of variety up here. I don't see any of the really good ones on the shelf ever. So, but speaking of on the shelf, there's a good place to go that you can find a lot of stuff on the shelf, and that is segues are great.
That was well done.
Especially when they just fall into your lap.
I don't know, Deke, you think you got it nailed down?
I think my bottle guess is way wrong, but I'm set when you aren't.
Ooh, I hear Deke's ready.
All right. Yeah, I also don't have a great sense of bottle guess, but
that's why they're bonus points, gentlemen.
Yep.
Tipsy Teeny, that is a great Spaceballs reference.
Wow, Joe. Wow.
Yep. All right. I think I've got pretty much as close as I'm gonna.
Very good. That means we're gonna start with you today, or on this one, Doug. Today.
Today? Yeah,
Today.
it's been a while. I know. It feels like it's been a whole day.
It'll be
since we
tomorrow
started
by the
this
time we're
stream.
to sample 3.
All right, generic category single malt. Generic ABV 45% again. Probably a little higher, but higher than the last one, I think. Generic casking used. Specific category is single malt Scotch. I'm going to stick with 45% on specific. Oh, I'm messing up all over the place, Patrick. I have no strong clue here. Specific casking ex bourbon. And I'm going to say Aaron 10 for the specific bottle.
Great whiskey. All right, D. Where are you at?
All right. I also said single malt. I also said 45. I also said used.
What'd you do? Just copy each other's answers or what?
We've been cribbing in the back. Yeah, you put that commercial up and we compared notes.
Yeah. I did go up to 46% because, like he said, it felt a little hotter. So 46 for specific. I wanted to go ex bourbon, but I want to say there's just a tiny bit of sherry in there. Like when they blend those two together, where it's like 90% bourbon, like even like Glenlivet 12, like it's just a tiny bit of sherry. So ex bourbon and sherry.
Yep.
And
Forget
then
how much Germ is a stickler for that stuff, but yeah, you're probably right.
And as far as distillery and bottle, just because it was a little funky, and I still need to get myself a bottle of this Craig Ellicky 13.
I was staring that one down on the list. Craig Ellicky's a blind spot for me.
Yeah.
Deke, I missed your specific category, but judging by your bottle guess, I think I know what it is.
Yeah, single malt Scotch. Yeah.
Okay.
I think everybody was laughing when I said that.
Yes, that's very possible.
What you got in the glass there?
Water.
Oh, okay. The straw, I thought it was a cocktail of some sort.
No. That would be hilarious.
Oh, straws for adding.
That would be a very Wisconsin thing to do.
Just the disrespect. I don't need a clean palate. I got it.
Oh, for dropping water into the whiskey.
Yeah.
All right. Sample 3, gentlemen. That would be a very Wisconsin thing to do. I'm on a whiskey tasting show. I'm going to drink a cocktail.
Sorry. Yeah, that would be a good thing to do, right? Because you've got a whiskey for one of us and a whiskey for the other of us, and you should have a cocktail for yourself.
I don't drink cocktails. Not right. Well, let me put it this way. I'll drink cocktails. I don't make cocktails. So if somebody else is making them, I'll drink them. But
okay. There's a warmness to this one. Like a kind of a rooty herbal warmness to it. This also feels like single malt.
Mm-hmm.
Way less present on the palate than I was expecting. Very oily though. A tiny bit of smoke, I think. It makes me think peated cask or something because it's very subtle.
Boo cocktails.
Something off on the finish.
Interesting.
I wouldn't say the finish is bad. It's just different.
Get Doug on a tangent.
No, Joe. No.
We're already
No
after
devil's
8 o'clock.
advocate here.
Don't name a tangent. Devil's advocate. If you get dug off on a tangent, okay.
See, there's a reason that Germ didn't send us the list until this morning, so it didn't give us either a chance to throw it into a spreadsheet and do magic with it.
Yeah. A couple of nerds over here.
Yep. I have been known in the past to go decode the SMWS distillery things, so I have those handy as a.
Well, and then we got all low proof stuff today, so.
Yeah.
No, you don't need to decode it. There's an app that tells you exactly what it is.
Yeah, but then I have to go use the app. But if I've got it already in the list, I can just look. I'm like, which distillery might this thing in my glass be? Like, yeah, you're using the app to decode it. I'm just doing that work ahead of time.
The app is fantastic. Scott Friedland made the app, and it's wonderful.
See, that's great if you know what you're drinking. Like you're like, hey, I've got a label. What is it? But if you're like, which of these 30 SMWSs might this be at a glance? You need something glanceable. Didn't we get into that in our Patreon exclusive stream?
Hide this comment.
I don't need to go on that rant because I've already done it on record. I may be ADHD, but I remember what I've said most of the time.
Now that's a bottle guess.
I was thinking anything with peated cask in the name is a candidate here. We've got, I think there's an Isla cask on the list.
So that would imply that there's a barrel aged Grey Goose out there. I mean, I would try it.
Yeah, not seeing a peated cask that lines up with what I think this flavor profile is. So I'm going to look more towards lightly peated Speyside Scotch. Or like the kind of Speyside Scotch that like technically uses peat, but they're not going to tell you about it.
Like 1 ppm.
Yeah, like Glenfiddich is technically ever so slightly peated. And they'll tell you that on the tour, but a lot of people just call it an unpeated Scotch. And they'll tell you you're wrong if you say it has any peat in it.
I think if it's below, there's a certain number, if it's below that ppm, they count it as unpeated. And I want to say the number's like, I guess, I don't know.
Well, you also have to remember that ppm is phenol parts per million.
Right. Yeah, can come from the toast on your cask even.
Yeah.
Which is another thing here that like this, I mean, I don't think you have this one, but Westward smoked cask is another kind of thing.
I don't know, John. I'm not sure.
Oak and isopropyl, really neither of those actually. I'm not really getting oak per se as a tasting note. I feel like it's easy to say, hey, it's whiskey, so it's got oak in it, and it's just a lazy tasting note. But like, I've had maybe 1 or 2 whiskeys ever where oak felt like a real tasting note in it.
We were trash talking vodka to make sure Doug didn't go off on his tangent. Yes, you can.
There's so little unpeated in Germ's collection. I've already got my guesses.
Right?
I have a lot of unpeated. All right, maybe not as much as I thought, but still, there's a lot of
unpeated. But I'm also familiar with a lot of what you have that's unpeated. So I'm like, well, it's not that, it's not that, it's not that, it's not peated. Narrowed it down fairly quickly, and I'm probably way off, but because there are still brands that I have not had.
So are you both picking up peat?
Just a shade. Just a shade really, of smoke on the finish. Not really peat. But I think we're getting the same thing. Just don't quite know what to call it.
I think my guess has technically like 3 ppm. is what it is. So very light. No like specific.
I think it's Hypernova.
Nautical character like Blackbeard or Ponce de Leon, maybe.
Not
now
lag.
Now we're on to Polish brandy.
Okay, there's something on the nose is like.
That is a great guess, Randall. Great guess.
I'm really picking up that 1% malted barley.
Yeah, that 1% malted barley is doing heavy lifting here. Okay, so I've got a tack. All right, I'm pivoting, but I've got a guess.
Good. Deke, you set?
Yep.
Okay.
Doesn't quite fit though. Pivot.
Pivot. Anybody name that reference?
Well, I know that's a Friends reference, but
that was for the chat. But thanks, Deke.
Yeah,
you ruined it. We all knew.
Well, if you don't know what that is, I didn't even watch Friends, and I know what that is.
Pivot.
Well, my guess is the 32-year-olds probably don't know what that is. Joe Unfiltered says, "What's up, Doug?"
Hey, Joe.
My Instagram feed's been filled with Catherine O'Hara over this last week, so those are.
I appreciate going to leave a comment on my channel. Thank you, Joe. This is so hard. I've got like 2 directions I want to go in.
Phil feels personally attacked when I said the 32-year-olds may not know what it is.
I watched enough of last night to know that the discussion about age.
Are you set, Doug?
Yeah, I'm pivoting back to my first thing.
All right. I got to say, we recovered pretty well. 30 minutes for the first sample, 24 minutes for the other 2.
Had to get warmed up. The first one was hard. The first one was hard to read. All right, I got it.
All right.
I'm good. Good.
Deke, we're going to start with you. What do you got for a category?
All right, I got single malt. I got 44%.
Okay.
Used casking. Single malt scotch. 43%. Ex bourbon. And I didn't know what else this fit with. I don't know. I don't think it's Klein Leash, but Klein Leash is slightly peated, so I'm going to go Klein Leash 14.
Okay, good guess.
Doug?
I'm laughing because the first 5 are exactly the same. Single malt, 44 used. Single malt scotch, 43%. I'm going ex bourbon and ex sherry.
Just because I did that last time.
I just believe that about this one.
Okay.
I think there's like 3 things I think it could be. I think I've got it. And my bottle guess is Loch Lomond 18.
Excellent. Good stuff. An 18 is such a good bottle. All right. Out of the 3 samples, gentlemen, which one was your favorite?
It's a good question.
I'd say 3.
2 and 3 are like both really solid. I think 3 had me the most captivated. It speaks the most, and it's interesting.
Okay. And Deke, you said 3 for sure?
Yep. Yeah,
We
2
are going
was a little funky for me.
We are going to start the reveal with sample number 3 then. Here we go. All right. Pretty fresh on our minds, but sample 3, both of you guys said it was a single malt. You would both be correct. It is a single malt. You both said 44%. You would both not get a point. It is not 44% or plus or minus 2 of 44%.
Okay.
You both said used casking. You are correct. It is used casking. So a point there for each of you. You both said Scottish single malt. You are both going to get a point on that. It is Scottish single malt.
Yes.
Sorry, I forgot to add this one up. Where did I leave off? Specific category. Specific ABV. You both said 43%. No points there. It is actually 48% or 96 proof. Deke, this is finally where we change. You said ex-bourbon. Doug, you said ex-bourbon and sherry. Doug, you're going to steal a point on this one. It is ex-bourbon and sherry. Deke, you said Kleinleash 14. Doug, you said Loch Lomond 18. No points there for either one of you. Hopefully I surprise you. And you're on mute. There you go. You were on mute, Doug. Hopefully I surprise you and tell you that this is the Glenlivet. And it is the illicit still.
The illicit still. Okay.
Why you're getting peaked on this, I don't know, but I can only assume it's because they are not distilling this at the regular distillery. They're distilling this elsewhere.
Okay. Yeah, I've never had illicit still before now, and I was thinking that was one of the things I was like, it just seemed a little too young to 12 years old didn't seem old enough for this for some reason for me. But like Glenlivet has this way of malt funk that almost reads as peat, and that's what I think was going on for me.
Yep. And I think there was it's just different enough from base Glenlivet to where that shines a little bit heavier. So,
yeah, man, I like that. I might buy that if I see it for sure.
Sample number 3 ends favor to Doug 3-4. All right, move into sample number 1. Doug's favorite. Doug struggled with this one
for a long time, and you all had to suffer with me.
Deke had his answers pretty quickly. So, Deke, you said it was a rye. Doug, you said blended. Neither one of you are going to get points there. It is actually a bourbon. Deke, you said 54%. Doug, you said 45%. Deke, you're going to take a point here. You are within the plus minus 2. Generic casking. Deke, you said new. Doug, you said used. Deke, you're taking a point on that one. It is new oak. Straight rye whiskey for you, Deke. Canadian blended for you, Doug. It is a straight bourbon. I would have also accepted a high malt bourbon. Deke, you said 54.4. You are off by exactly 1.1. It is 55.5% or 111 proof. Doug, you said 43. You came down on your guess. Specific casking, Deke, you stayed with new. Doug, you said ex-bourbon. Deke, you're keeping your point there. It is new oak. Distillery, Deke, you said MGP and the Dancing Goat Limousine Rye. Doug, you said the Crown Royal Noble Barley. It is actually Chattanooga Cask 111. This is a high malt bourbon. So it's yellow corn, malted rye, caramel malted barley, and honey malted barley. And I actually thoroughly enjoy this bourbon. It's getting down to the end for me.
Damn.
So that one ends 3-0 in favor of Deke. So my chat keeping up with the points?
Yeah, it's a total of 4-6.
6-4, yeah. All right, sample number 2. You guys were very similar on this one as well.
Which does not bode well for the outcome here.
Both of you guys said it was a single malt. You are both correct. It is a single malt. Deke, you said 45%. Doug, you said 45%. You guys are both going to take a point there. It is in the ±2 of 45%. You both said used. You're both going to get a point there. It is used. Excuse me. You both said Scottish single malt. Neither one of you are going to get a point there. It is Irish single malt.
Okay.
Deke, you came up from your 45 to 46%. Doug, you said it felt maybe a little hotter than 45, but you stayed at 45. You should have come up because Deke, you're going to take a point. It is 46%, 92 proof. Deke, you said ex-bourbon and sherry. Doug, you said ex-bourbon. Nobody's getting points on that. There is no ex-bourbon in this at all. It is sherry, port, Madeira, white Burgundy, and Cabernet Sauvignon are the 5 casks available in this thing. Any 2 of those answers would have counted as a point.
Damn.
Yeah.
Deke, you said Craig Gallagher 13. Great whiskey, by the way. Good guess. Doug, Aaron 10. Another great whiskey. This is actually Teeling, and the distillery is Teeling. This is not Cooley sourced Teeling. And this is their single malt bottle. Right here.
I don't remember getting that much funk on that bottle before.
Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't read like Teeling to me. How
So Teeling that you would have known if you
True.
haven't had recent Teeling would have been Cooley sourced whiskey. Very, very different stuff. Teeling distillery stuff, although not bad, very different from Cooley and probably not as good. I would have to think.
So this is Cooley malt.
No, this is Teeling. This is
this
a
is Teeling
2019 bottling, and they started in 15. So this is their stuff. So this is like a 4-year-old, 4-year-old blend.
So like the 17-year-old or whatever I tried when I was at Teeling.
That would have been Cooley.
Would have been Cooley, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, GG's.
Yes.
Blowout on the first one. That made
so
the difference.
that sample 2 ends 4-3 in favor of Deke, which gives us a total of 10-7 in favor of Deke.
Yeah, I was gonna say Smoked by Ash said 10-6. I was like, I'm counting 7.
Yeah, should be 7. So sample 1 was 3-0. Sample 2 was 4-3, making it 7-3. And sample 3 was 3-4, making it 10-7.
Yeah. I feel like that was a relatively good show. Like I don't feel bad about getting 7 points and still losing.
No, 7 points is good. Deke hitting the proof on the 1 was a big help for the extra points. And
just guessing new oak that's what won it for me.
Yeah, the new oak twice.
Even though I guessed rye instead of bourbon.
No,
I lucked into that.
It was the barrel and the proof on the 1. So great job, gentlemen. And I'm having a sip of sample number 1 to take us out on, because I do actually really enjoy it. Chattanooga whiskey makes great stuff. Bourbon, rye, all of it is really good. If you haven't had a chance to try Chat, try it. And I did see that they're coming out with a single pot still, malted and unmalted barley. So I really would like to get my hands on that. But so Deke, that means you move on. Sorry, Phil, you can't go against your cohort, Doug. That was in the works. If you would have won, it was getting closer.
Yep. And congrats, Phil.
Well, I'm 1-1 against the 3 guys, 1 grain. So now I got to win it all so I can face German.
Now you got to win it all so you can go
exhibition.
against me. Yeah, there you go.
And then I'll be host if we keep doing that.
Deke, 318 is the next one. When are you
Okay.
going on your trip?
The first week of March, so that's good for me.
That's good. Okay, perfect. Yeah, Phil was worried about going up against you for some reason. I don't know.
No, Phil reads whiskey better than I do, for sure.
Well,
I'd gone up against Phil.
even not even going that route. Just the experience with bourbon and rye for Phil over yours is
Yes, that's true.
greater. So I mean that gives him a leg up.
Yeah, I don't know why Phil would be worried. I would be worried about going up against Phil. Maybe he's worried that he would embarrass me, which I'm not easily embarrassed.
That's pretty good, Joe. I like that.
Try chat. Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna yuck other people's yums, but this isn't for me. At least I'm consistent.
Which one is that?
Chattanooga.
Oh,
Number 1.
yeah. Well, and you're not a huge bourbon guy to begin with. I am not either, but I get the malt presence on this big time, and I think that's what makes it unique for me. And unique is I'm gonna like unique over anything else.
Yeah.
So
I think if you know it's a bourbon, it seems unique for that.
yes.
Yeah.
Because this doesn't read like a bourbon to me at all.
Going blind, yeah, I could see this being very like, whoa, what the hell? But
What's the age on that germ?
on the chat,
Yeah.
it's not old. They
So
don't list it exactly, but they say age is greater than 2 years. So
It seemed pretty light too.
yeah, it's
Otherwise.
pretty light. I mean,
So
it's not crazy light, but
No.
I got young. I did not get Northern State. I don't know. This feels just extremely light flavored for Tennessee.
I don't know. Also, I don't know if they charcoal filter or not. That I don't know of.
I
Maybe,
think that's
maybe
only Jack
Randall-
and Dickel.
No, I think there's only one Tennessee. Well, I mean, there isn't. There's more than one Tennessee, but there's one Tennessee whiskey that I know of that creates bourbon or rye that is out of, they get a pass on the Lincoln County process, and it's Pritchard's, I think is what it is.
Oh, there's only one that gets a pass on the Lincoln County process.
Yes.
Okay.
And still can call Tennessee whiskey. So that's the other thing. Is this labeled as Tennessee whiskey? No, it's not labeled as Tennessee whiskey. So I bet you they do not charcoal filter. Right? Because that's the thing. If you want to put Tennessee whiskey on, you got to go through Lincoln County.
Aha. Patrick's saying he's still looking for that rye that hits if you're an ASMW lover. We were talking about that in the Discord.
Patrick, have you tried Old Patro?
I think it's more like a general vibe. But I kind of agree with you though that like a lot of if you go MGP rye or if you go like the major brand ryes, they tend to be very bourbon like. Or like there's the MGP rye profile and most other ryes are very bourbon like. So you have to look for a rye made by someone who specializes in rye, like Catoctin Creek.
Patrick, I'll see what I can do to hook you up there. Because I think that's gonna answer the question you're having as far as a rye for an ASM lover. There's others like it for sure, but that is probably one of the better ones.
Randall says, jump into Monongahela. I love the attempt to spell it. I have no idea how to spell it. I'm pretty sure that's not it though.
I don't think that's it. Monongahela, I think, is what it is actually, and I don't think there's an
with an E. There's an E in there for sure somewhere. Yeah, but that's just basically Pennsylvania style, or that region thereabouts.
All right.
Yeah.
I know we're wrapping up, but I do got to get going. So.
Yep, we do. All right, Deke, congratulations. Doug, good job. Everybody, all the way around.
Love you, Randall.
There you go. Thanks, Phil. And next week Wednesday. Who is it next week Wednesday? is next week, Wednesday, 2/11. Oh boy. Everybody's favorite asshole. Next week is Rough Spirits and the Bourbon Vixen going at it. So, and then Thursday next week is another makeup round. Yay! That one will be Whiskey Care and U.S. Smallcraft, Dylan. So, tune in next week, Wednesday and Thursday, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that is the last Thursday. Seeing how we're almost done with round 2, and I wanted to be done with Thursdays after round 1. But anyways, thank you guys in the chat, everybody. Your chat is great. Thank you for tuning in, sticking around. Guys, thanks for playing the game. Deke, congratulations. Doug, we will chat later.
Yep.
And until next week, guys, cheers.
Cheers.